Welcome back to another installment of Phoenix Core Risings. Welcome back. This is your boy Kiko, aka lifting underscore four underscore the gains on Instagram and this beautiful establishment. For those of you who are tuning in on YouTube, much appreciated. Love your energy. Hi, I know you can see me. For those of you who are tuning in on Spotify, I appreciate the love, the energy, and everything else that you've been able to provide. Allow me to say, um, yeah, just welcome. Let's get into it. And I'm glad that you guys got back. I'm glad that you guys have participated it, folks, and are along with me for this journey. We are 7 episodes in. Yes, sir. And we will keep going and we'll keep thriving and we'll keep building this beautiful project. I love you guys. And without further ado, let's go. Episode 7, Phoenix Core Rising.
Powered by Riverside.
All right. So today we are going to be talking about the big boy, one of the three balances that you have to have for maintaining optimal health: sleep. For those of us who understand sleep, for those of us who have like a set schedule, you guys know what I'm talking about. You ever feel like when you don't get enough sleep, your body and stuff is not right and things are just not making 2 plus 2 don't equal 4 for that day? Well, this is what we're going to talk about today as far as that goes: the relationship between sleep, the codependency, the interdependence, recommended sleep, as well as routines that you can do to kind of get into that situation and promote a better quality of life, for lack of a better term. All right, so let's go ahead with topic one. The relationship between sleep and fitness. First of all, I know this is not all about fitness, but fitness is more than just physical health, more than just pushing weight, pulling pins, and things like that. Fitness has to do with mental, emotional, all that type of thing put together in one to conglomerate your energy and help you progress. So, without further ado, we're going to go over some of the independence that they have for fitness. So, with sleep to fitness, they form almost like a perfect symbiosis. So what people don't understand what symbiosis is, it's an interdependent relationship that optimizes both parties and both factors that affect that subject. Okay, for those of you who aren't science nerds and stuff like that, it's essentially one process that enhances and how do you say, not coagulate. That is so raw to say, but something that enhances and not congruent. What the heck is it? Feeds into the other one. We'll figure out what that word is. I know sometimes when I get on here, I be rambling, but it's all right. We love it. um, it helps with recovery for fitness, helps produce better energy levels, energy production, metabolism, all that, whatever you could think about. It balances your hormones to run optimally in your body. For example, having better regulated insulin, having better regulated testosterone, better regulated estrogen, and a balance of between, you know what I mean, for all of us who understand and know the deets between that. There's a lot of reduction of muscle fatigue and fatigue in overall general, and also a high improved focus. So some of the things that we do to get these things synthetically can be achieved if you have perfect balance in most cases and you are getting enough sleep. For sleep, fitness increases your physical activity, and fitness to sleep, the other way around. So sleep to fitness was the first one. And fitness to sleep, we are looking at increased physical activity, stress reduction, leading to better optimization of weight loss and energy, and again, being overall better for your body. Improved sleep posture. With improved sleep posture, and this was a big one and very, very interesting when I looked up this. So we often toss and turn when we're asleep, right? Apparently, from the studies, I'm going to say apparently, when you have a really good relationship with your sleep and fitness together, you actually enhance the times that you're able to stay asleep longer, if that makes any sense. With a sleep posture, from what I'm understanding, is that you do less tossing and turning and less snoring, less of the bad dreams, less of the wake ups, less of the cramps, things like that that you can't necessarily control when you sleep, that are a direct result of you having a messed up relationship between your sleep and fitness. Also, it again, like I was telling you, as you get better sleep, not only do you get in the relation the opposite way from sleep to fitness, but in sleep, from fitness to sleep, what you will get is an enhanced calorie burn. So after you are done activity, because you're getting a more restful, peaceful sleep, you still are burning the engine really, really astutely, very, very awesomely, and very tightly. So for those of you who are into making sure that we regulate our metabolism, it could be you're just not getting enough sleep. If you everything else has failed, try to clean up your sleep schedule, and maybe this will help improve your chances of getting a better night's sleep, thus feeding into your fitness goals, thus helping you manage stress, and thus helping you get closer and closer to your goals in a little bit quicker manner. Now, let's move on to topic 2. Yes, sir, and we'll go with that. How much sleep versus exercise? This is a really big one, and it does depend on your certain lifestyle, on your choices, what time you get up, what time you go down, what kind of work do you do, all those type of things. But the healthy average would be between 7 and 9 hours of sleep, which some of us, let's face it, because we live such busy lifestyles and we're part of the hustle culture, kind of don't really get enough. But it is a step in the right direction. Again, not to penalize and go after the quick, fast hurry to get yourself sleep and maintain a lot of sleep longer, but an opportunity to kind of step back and find out ways to improve your sleep and ways to improve those routines and stuff like that that will actually help and benefit you. For the longest time, because of the sleep schedule thing and things like that, yeah, again, part of the hustle culture, I used to have to depend on extra help to go to sleep, aka melatonin, sleepy time tea, things like that. But now, because I've kind of like focused on getting a better quality of sleep and focused on my rest and really prioritize that out of all of my, well, not all of my fitness things, but as a big, huge part of it, it's where I see the most optimal results. I am now naturally getting about 7 hours of sleep, give or take a few moments. Depends on what my body feels like. Sometimes I'll wake up without the alarm. Sometimes I'll wake up with the alarm and things like that. So it all depends on what kind of stresses and stuff that I put on my body as a way for me to go down. Let's flip it over to the exercise portion of it. So again, everybody has different program styles and different goals. So it does vary between the individuals. Where I specialize with this is depending on what kind of program you're running. So my athletes, let's say my clients, my athletes are sports athletes because everybody's an athlete. Once you start entering training, once you start actually participating in improving your body, you're an athlete. Not to get sidetracked. Let's go back. So at the top level, sports specific trained athletes are allowed up to 6 times at the maximum a week of vigorous, intense exercise. It does not all have to be the same intensity. So you shouldn't be weightlifting 6, 7 times a week, but your program should be a variation of everything that you're doing. And you should be really high on your activity, really high on your caloric intake, and really high on your output as well, as far as getting that work in, specifically sports training to the activity that you are going for. So like for football, yes, football, high intensity workouts, a lot of cardio, a lot of endurance, a lot of weightlifting, things like that, in a healthy mixture and a variation so that their body does not overtrain and get tired. My average people that are kind of on a younger spectrum, but still do like high endurance activities, like my runners, my power lifters, things like that. I recommend about a good even split about 3 to 5, no, 4 to 5 times a week. Obviously, leaving time for variation in your training, not necessarily going gung ho every week, but making sure that you guys are splitting those intensities so that you can give your body enough time to rest and relax. Like I said, rest, balance, always balance is necessary to make sure you live the healthy life. Now, your average Joe Smo, people that are actually getting into a healthier lifestyle, my recommendation is anywhere between, no, actually, standard 3 times a week. will be something that'll be safe for you to kind of work yourself in and form that habit. Whatever 3 days you choose, preferably a day in between, or at least a a day in between for the most part, to make sure that your body is getting the recovery it needs and the adjustment it needs. You will be sore, but if you rest, if you sleep, if you relax and you stretch and you vary your routine, and also more so because we are talking about sleep, feed into getting a healthier amount of sleep, getting down and resting a lot more, you will get a lot more benefit out. Not everybody is meant to train at an elite 6-star high athletic level, and it does vary between people, but it's also very, very important that you work hard, play hard. So that is one big thing that we always want. So because we think that we have to go hard, go ham, we don't trust the process enough to let our body actually get to that point where we see the results. Most people just want to burn, 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 and it's not always the case. You need to have equal amounts of rest and equal amounts of sleep so your body has enough time to restabilize your hormones, restabilize that metabolism, as well as for you to see longer lasting results. Now, I do understand that most people, again, we are not celebrities. We are not being paid for movie roles. We are not able to go to the gym 6 times a day or whatever it may be. And I'm being facetious with that. I am going to be honest with that. But live the lifestyle that you see celebrity trained individuals live because of the time wise. So, and also even within that realm, exercise and sleep, you have variations if you work a second shift job, first shift job, third shift job, 2 jobs, you know what I mean? All depends on what your specific lifestyle is. But yes, we do want to see and take accountability for balance on all of that. If you work out hard, if you work hard, you need as much as almost like equal amount of sleep to the output that you put in a day. Yes, some of us are awake for like 16 hours. Some of us are awake longer than that. Some of us are a little less than that. And I would urge anybody who is serious about finding that balance to actually look and see what factors in their life can they do without so that they can prioritize their full health so they can last longer in life. They're not, coming up with health problems associated with lack of sleep and running on fumes. I'm passionate about that, yeah, because in a little story time, I used to work 2 jobs. And when I tell you finding the time to rest, it wasn't the finding the time because I made time for the activity. I made time to keep myself in shape or what I thought, but I was lacking in the terms of sleeping. I was lacking in the terms of actual physical rest. And some days I paid for it. Some days it wasn't so bad. The days that I had off, I would try to really, really, really focus on not doing nothing, but ended up burning out anyway. And, I literally started going and pursuing things that made me have the optimal lifestyle that I wanted. Because if you do not, again, if you don't have that balance, and I'm telling you from the personal, like the burnout is real and it can manifest as unfocusedness, dangerous driving if you do drive, emergency shutdowns where your body just like all of a sudden had enough and you sleep and you ain't got nothing left to in imbalanced hormones where you're gaining weight, you're stressing, you're eating bad foods, you're craving a lot of junk foods just to kind of get that energy. Energy drink dependence. Oh my God, energy drink dependence it is a real thing and it does not have to be a thing if you get enough rest, if you get enough of the good things in you. And so be it and so forth. I love that. I love elaborating and talking about that stuff because a lot of the things that I've been through, this topic actually does elaborate on some of the things that are in my life. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Yes, it's all about lifestyle. It's all about your preference as far as what you're able to do out of life. Again, you do not have to, it's not set in stone. As long as you're getting at least 30 minutes of activity on those days that you intend to work out, especially if you're pressed for time. You do not have to spend 2 hours at the gym to get a good work ethic out. Now, if you are specifically training for a certain event or things like that, there are variations. So I'm not going to stop anybody from doing it, but with the added responsibility of being fit. The time spent in the gym needs to be also reflected and spent at rest and where your body has the most optimal chance to repair so that you can actually heal your muscles, heal your body, and get the visible results you want if you're looking for that, or the internal results that you want. Because all the work, what did it say? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Yes, your muscles will not like you for that. Anyway, let's go. We're going to go to this. All right, our last topic of this discussion. So, some bedtime routines that I've gotten into, especially with the hustle culture, with media, with the pressure to always have your phone device at your face, power it down. You guys like right when we come home, everybody's in the mood to kind of decompress from their day. Everybody's in the mood to kind of just make sure that they are getting, I don't know, like ways of de-stressing. Some people play video games. I don't anymore. I wish I did as far as like mainstream. I do play video games on the side. I ain't gonna lie. I do. I play a little bit of video games, but not to the effect that I used to because I know that it's more important for me to rest. Um, Staying away from activities that are going to stimulate your brain constantly, aka doom scrolling on the phone, mulling over the negative things that happened today. Trying to think of other things that can lessen that are high stimuli exercises or high stimuli habits that we actually have with cooling down today, not knowing when to take and leave work at work and worrying about the future, things like that, putting unnecessary pressure on you, especially at the end of the day when you really have time to think instead of doing a really, really good decompressed thing. Me personally, what I do is I take my journal and I'll write things down from the whole day. I'll try and elaborate as best as I can. Everything that's in my head, I want it out on that paper because I don't want to carry that with me into my sleeping hours because it does have a physiological response on the sleep and can oftentimes lead to interruptions because your body is not truly at rest. Another thing that I do as well is as soon as I, like about 5 minutes when I get in the door, I do touchdown, I plug my phone in and I let it sit. And I try to be very, like if I hear it ring, nope, don't touch it. Um, Most of the times it is successful. Sometimes I do slip up and things like that. I'm human, but you know what I mean? I'm working on it as well. And that's one thing that we can do to kind of elaborate that. On those days when I've actually nailed it and I've had nothing to actually work on, and I forcibly allowed myself to decompress from everything mentally, physically, and emotionally, I've gotten a lot and quality loads of better sleep to the point where I've been able to wake up since my alarm at least 15 minutes to half an hour or even more before time to get up with full energy, not like stuffy, not unfocused, all kinds of crazy energy going through my system and ready to seize the day actually. So um we oftentimes have to learn to when to put things like that stuff down. And again, my recommendation is plugging up your phone, letting it be, writing all your thoughts down, mentally decompressing, where the point where you let all the stuff go that happened at during your day, whatever time you may be ending your day, whether it be at 12 a.m., 12 p.m., whatever time it may be, letting go of the things that happened in your previous 24 hours and the things that you can control, which helps assist in a better quality sleep, a better quality whole entirety of a lifestyle and things like that. And with that, we're gonna chill out. We're gonna let you go just a little bit, but stay tuned.
Powered by Riverside.
All right, you guys. And with that, that is going to be our show for the day. I do appreciate you guys for tuning in, listening to your boy, and spending time with me. Hopefully, all of this information that I'm offloading to you does make sense for you and does give you a sense of urgency as far as balance and health. Go feel free to check out my other ones, episodes 1 through 6. Get in, lock in with your boys, support the channel. Also, special shout out, and I'm going to shout this out. This is not a paid promotion. Shout out to Vertex Labs Nutrition. They have provided some things for me to try as well as to enhance my lifestyle. I'm very impartial to the reds, greens, and the protein shakes. They have an awesome pre-workout, does not cause a whole lot of stuff and does not leave you jittery throughout the day. So much love and appreciation to that. You guys rise from the core, take it from the top. I shall let you go. I shall see you guys later. Love you guys. Have a blessed, splendid day if you are tuning in. And if not, let's get out of here.